Hello. So today we are recording podcast with our guest, Dr. Edvir. Dr. Edvir, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Dr. Uzhhorod Singh. I'm from Jammu, J&K, and I have fortunately or unfortunately completed my MBBS from two countries, firstly from Ukraine, then from Kyrgyzstan.
Okay, can you tell the university names?
I have done in Ukraine from the Uzhhorod National University, and then because of the war, I had to take transfer to IMU Bishkek in
Okay.
Kyrgyzstan.
Mhm. And from where you took your admission to this, like how you got to know the Ukraine, this particular university?
Actually, my cousin, a distant cousin, was also doing this MBBS from the same university. So I got into touch with him, and eventually I got into touch a company. So they only got me all the visa stuff, and they got me there to the university.
Okay, and how was the like application process was and like what documents they asked and how much long it was to take that admission.
The application and all the process was a bit lengthy. Like for 2 3 months, it went on. Like the visa took the longest period was for the visa process. My
Okay,
application,
what was the process exactly? Like you got to know this university from your
yes,
distant cousin, as you said, and then you approach one consultancy.
yes.
What document they asked? That
Initially, they asked for just my passport, my 10th and 12th mark sheet, and
okay.
my NEET, most importantly, my NEET passing. Like I've qualified NEET, and
Mhm.
that was mostly that. Nothing else was asked from myself.
Okay, so after that, then they issued acceptance letter
Yes,
from the
invitation
university.
letter. Yes, yes.
Invitation letter. And how much time it took?
The invitation letter took like half a month or 1 month. It was only the visa that took the longest part.
Okay. And like you go after that, you got visa invitation letter, and then like or all the consultancy did all the work for you.
Yes, I was fortunately it was a very nice one because I've heard many bad stories, like bad experiences from my friends of mine that the consultancies were not that great with them, that they just were taking
Mhm.
charging too much. But luckily I was having a good consultancy, so it was very smooth process for me going there. Uh,
Okay.
e-
Mhm.
Even one of the agent accompanied me till the university, so it was kind helping for me.
Okay. So that's good to hear. Like you had good experience with your
Yes,
consultancy. That's like pretty rare.
it's very rare.
Yeah. Can you like break down the total fee structure, like tuition fees and the living cost there for
Uh,
each year?
Okay, so first year, it's a bit costly for the first year, as we all know that they charge some consultation fees also, like 1.5 lakh, 1.5 lakh they charge for the consultation fees. Apart from that, my fees was somewhere around 3 to 4 lakh uh, per year. With the I got included some 1 year free mess, and hostel was also included in that 3 4 lakh. And
Mhm.
the living cost over there was it was pretty decent. It was like 20K or 15K a month. I used to spend 15K a month in Indian currency. So it
Okay.
was, yeah,
Mhm. And it was the same for like you studied in Ukraine for 3 years, right?
yeah.
Yeah, and it was same for all 3 years. This fees and
Yes, it was same for all 3 years. If we are not included in the flight charges, flight tickets, it was a bit costly from Ukraine to
yeah,
India.
and then you took transfer to which university?
Then I took transfer to IMU, International Medical University. It's in Bishkek,
Mhm.
Kyrgyzstan. Uh, there were mainly two reasons for taking the transfer. First was that I didn't wanted to do the 2 year internship as it was NMC guidelines. The students who are taking online classes, they have to undergo like 2 years internship. So just to avoid that, I took transfer in like third year ending. So I did my fourth and fifth year from IMU. And
Mhm.
other reason was like in Kyrgyzstan, the MBBS course is of 5 years. So I was saving 1 year also there. And in Ukraine, my course was 6 years.
Okay, so you did 2 years in like Kyrgyzstan,
Yes, I did 2 years in Kyrgyzstan.
2 years in Kyrgyzstan, and what was the fees there?
In Kyrgyzstan, it was quite cheaper than Ukraine. The fees was around 3 lakhs, 2.8 or 3 lakhs per year,
Mhm.
with including some 100, 200, $100, $200 insurance. That was it.
Okay.
And the living cost was also very cheaper than as compared to Ukraine.
Okay. And Indian students were there like with you in the both universities in Ukraine and in the Kyrgyzstan.
Yes, yes. Indian students were actually we were when we were searching for the universities to take transfer, so we considered this one also that in the city, Indian students must be there. So
Mhm.
in Bishkek, yes, there are many Indian students. Students really choose like their first priority for Bishkek to go for MBBS. Even other countries also, like Pakistan students were in majority there.
Mhm. Okay. And did you have to repeat any subjects or anything, or like your university and the Kyrgyzstan university has like smooth transition from the
Uh,
subject and everything?
was smooth, not smooth, but it was like okay for me because I have passed all the subjects. I didn't had any backlog in my previous university, so I didn't had much trouble taking the transfer. But like friend of mine who had bit backlog, like 2, 3 subjects by failing in the other university, so they did have. But eventually, when you are taking a transfer from a 6 year course to a 5 year course, you
Mm-hmm.
always get like some credits are low on you, na? So you have to do like few subjects like Kyrgyz language. I didn't do in Ukraine because there was no Kyrgyz language, so I have to
Mm-hmm.
pass that exam also over there to match the credit for like 3 years over
Okay.
there. Yeah, it was but smooth. It was smooth for me.
Okay. And in Kyrgyzstan, the MBBS course in all the colleges is 5 years.
Yes, in Kyrgyzstan it is, but now they have like changed it again to 6 year course. I was lucky that I got into 5 year course.
Okay. So right now, if anyone wants to take the admission in that university, he has to go for 6 year course.
6 year course, yes. Now they're like officially said it's 6 year course all over. Any university you take.
Okay. And like how the teaching style was both in Ukraine and in Kyrgyzstan, like how your classes used to happen, how your lectures used to happen, and clinical postings how used to happen.
Clinical postings usually happen once once in a week, or I should say like twice in a month. But
Mm.
in Kyrgyzstan, I really experienced good exposure to like clinical practices. We used to go to like the my university only had the hospital down in the first floor. There was hospital and university was like on the back side. So we did
Mhm.
had a good exposure, and we used to get to communicate with the locals. We used to like get to know few things like we used to get posted in Optha department. Even sometimes we used to get into ENT. It was good. It was a good experience. And even in Ukraine, obviously, it is very nice. It's the first uh, preference for all the students who want to go for MBBS before the war. So
Mm.
it was really nice. Even the classes used to happen quite smoothly. The teachers were nice. They were very fluent in English, so we didn't have much trouble. They were also intelligent. We used to get to know many things from them. So it was a great thing. If someone wants to learn, even in like the people have the myth now that it is that students didn't have to learn or they don't do classes
Mm.
over there. It's not like that. It is that if the student wants to learn something, teacher is there to teach you. But if you
Mm.
are like just chilling at your apartment, you don't want to study, then you how will you learn something? It's all upon your attitude about studying.
Okay, and like attendance was mandatory there, or like they used to allow you to sit for exam like without.
No, it was very mandatory. We used to get fined heavily if we were like having any lack on attendance, so we used to get fined. So because of that fear, we have to be very punctual for classes. We used to maintain it's way higher over there than in India. We used to have like 90% attendance was mandatory for us in Kyrgyzstan.
Mhm.
Otherwise, we were not allowed for the exam. And I've seen many students like they were sent one semester back just because of they were not able to take the exams or they failed. So it was very strict over there also.
Okay, and how they used to take the exams?
Uh, the exams mainly was taken in the classes. The uh, year, sessional exams were like in the classes, and the final one main exams used to happen again in the guidance of the teacher who was there, and the teacher only took the subject exams. So there was no random like date sheet coming. There was no such thing like that. When the
Mhm.
subject was completed, the teacher
Mhm.
would take a final assessment to evaluate that how much the student knows about the subject and how much he's been attending the classes. On few other factors also, they would evaluate us and they would just give us like A, B, C, and pass or fail. It was
Okay.
like that. There were no such date sheet things over there.
Okay. And like, is it too difficult or too easy? How you will rate the exams compared to India?
It was easier. I'll be honest. It was on the easier side as I've spoken to many IMG friends of mine. So it was very on easier side. And
Mhm.
even if you were punctual over there in the classes, the teacher would be lenient with you. If you're like you need few like grace marks, the teacher would be lenient with you. If you are a good student in the
Yeah.
class.
Like they maintain like the markings for each and every class, and
Yes,
yeah,
yes. So if
so
you
that
have
that helps
bad
in the
marks.
final course.
Yes, yes, exactly. That's how the teacher knows that you are attending the classes and attending the classes well. So
Mhm.
if in the final exam you bit skip like you're not giving you 100%, so the
Mhm.
teacher will see that this is a good student, so she will eventually give you a thumbs up for the exam. You'll be good to go. You
Yeah.
won't pass. Yes.
And how was your experience like from going from India to Ukraine and then to Kyrgyzstan? Like
Uh,
your
I was
first impression of both the countries?
Actually, it was my like, first time I've been like boarding some plane. First time in my life I was going, and that was also a like 8 hour flight direct. So it was quite adventuring for me.
Okay. You
Adventurous
took
for me.
flight from Jammu to Ukraine. Direct flight was there?
No, 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 no. It was from New Delhi, obviously. Terminal three,
Mhm.
I had to take the flight. It was a direct flight, and it was something very new for me. I
Mhm.
I never thought like these things also uh, exist, and it was quite. I would really say it was a great experience for me. It was something
Mhm.
new, seeing the other part of the world, seeing different culture.
Mhm.
Even the people over there were very warm to us. They used to treat us like foreigners, and it was a great experience overall.
Okay. Mhm. Can you tell your like experience, like how after your 12th, like like you had many options, right? You could have repeated here one more year. You could have taken a private college, maybe management seat, or if other private, or maybe altogether opt for other course, and you had this one more option. So how you chose this option, like MBBS abroad, and what stood out for you?
I'll be very honest on this. It was not uh, my whole decision. For my parents were more determined than me to get me like MBBS done. My
Mhm.
father is also working MBBS, and even my mother is on the same field. So
Mhm.
I was like obligated to take this field. There was not much asked
Mhm.
from my side. They didn't ask much input. All they asked was like which uh, university you want to take in Ukraine. That was the only question they asked me. But
Okay.
I feel that it was a great decision. Like even from my parents' side, they took a really nice decision.
Mhm.
That they didn't. I didn't even drop the one. So I just had to after my 12th exam was finished.
Mhm.
I got my NEET result. I was declared qualified from NEET.
Mhm.
Not a great score, obviously. Otherwise, I would have eventually gotten into a private college. It was not that great for even a private college. I'll say like you have to give now for like very hefty donation you have to give in India.
Yeah.
You know that you have to give
Mhm.
like 1.5 1 crore. So they
Mhm.
considered that it was a better option to go abroad. So that's how I ended up doing MBBS abroad.
Yeah. And you took admission in Ukraine in 2019, right? You have
Yes,
2019. Okay, so you completed in 5 years. Okay, that's good, bro. Because like usually it takes 6 years, but yeah, right now if anyone planning, it will take 6 years from 6 years for them for sure. Yeah, as you said, they again changed it to 6 years.
yes.
Yeah.
I'm still not sure that if some universities might take students, but it is what I heard recently. I'm not like I'm not giving
Mhm.
you any authentic information right now, but just what I've heard from my contractors and other
Mhm.
higher authorities. I've heard that there are only offering like 6-year courses, and even you've heard that the NMC is getting strict with all the like new
Mhm.
students who are going to abroad. They have to give appear in the next exam, and
Yeah.
FMG won't be now for
Yes. Yes.
the students after 2019. Yeah.
Yeah. NMC has a new advisory,
Yes.
and yeah. So any student is planning to take MBBS abroad, like they have to go through all of these official NMC advisories, and because the rules have changed. What rules were like there for us, it's no longer valid. So yeah, you have to read all the latest NMC advisories. Yeah. And like how was your experience like in the classes there student maybe from like all the other countries might have been there in your class.
Uh, in my class, the students were mainly from the neighboring countries only, like Pakistan. We were like
Okay.
India and Pakistan students were in the same class. It was very
Mhm.
it was something very new to me. I've never been like never seen the other side apart from like the newses I've heard.
Mhm.
I've never been like what their opinions are on like many things. So it was
Mhm.
something quite exciting for me also. Even the teachers used to like tease us that on the Kashmir topic they used to teach because the teachers over there also were Pakistani. So we used
Mhm.
to get into like any friendly batter we used to get in. So it was
Mhm.
a great experience. Even students there also they're very good in studies and they have so much knowledge. It's not just in India. Students, even
Mhm.
their students are also really good and they are really warm to us. They are like very open, teaching us things. So it was a
Mhm.
great experience overall with them also, with the other
Okay.
students.
And like your university accepted like how many international students in total?
I don't have the exact number, but there was a limited slot they were providing in every university because the NMC had this guidelines that the universities has to accept the students from the Ukraine because it was a war-struck country. So
Mhm.
every university had a limited seat for the students because how this happens. This works is a university takes students in first year in a limited amount because they have to issue the degree to that much students only. The
Mhm.
university is only advised to give you degrees in a limited amount. They can't just print degrees on their own unlimited. If they take
Yeah.
like 1,000 students, they can't really give degree to 1,000 students. So it
Mhm.
was getting harder for the universities also to accommodate us. So they were really trying hard that they get as much students as possible because my university was getting the most number of transfers. So
Mhm.
luckily I got transfer in that university that I wanted to, and it was something like 200 students. They were like I don't think so more than 100 or 200 students would have they have taken in my semester. If they would have taken, so they were giving like 1 year back or 6 months back to the students so that they don't get any issue while giving their degrees. So
Okay.
yeah,
And right now, like after from coming from studying in the both in Ukraine and in Kyrgyzstan, like you might have met people like from all the other states from the India and all the other countries also. So can you please name them like which from which all countries like you met like students and in from India also from which all states the students were there with you.
obviously I was in the Ukraine, so I've met Ukrainian people very well. There were few students from the Poland, as it's a neighboring country. I've also been like good friends with them. There are
Mhm.
Bangladesh students over there, like from the Nigeria. Nigerians were very cool. They were very energetic students over there.
Mhm.
And when I came to Kyrgyzstan, I met there in the Kyrgyzstan, the most of the students were from Pakistan and Arab countries. So yeah,
Mhm.
from the UAE, many friends I have, and even Pakistan, the most friends I have is now from Pakistan.
Mhm.
And in India, if you ask me, so all over the state, all the states I have friends. Like in Karnataka, I have like few. Now I've met you, like, and even from Himachal, from the northeast, many friends I know from the south part, from Gujarat, so many states. It's hard to now say each and every state, but all over the India, I've made friends because just because
Like
of this.
studying MBBS in abroad gives you the exposure to like people from all over the different countries compared to like IMG studying here. So if anyone is thinking like taking abroad, so they will get this exposure compared to India. Like I see it is as a pros compared to Indian, like choosing Indian colleges. Like if you get government college, then it's all good. You have to take it. If not, if you have to like choose private colleges, and like in Indian private colleges, they have like fees is like too high. So yeah, so if you like, I'm just like trying to compare and like show students like what the opportunities they will be getting. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what's the point paying so much when you will be like not having a great experience overall? I
Mm.
mean, this MBBS abroad, um, just we just keep this big degree aside that we will be getting like doctor in front of a name.
Mm.
These aside, we will be getting a very great experience. I mean, once in a lifetime experience over there. So much exposure. I don't think so. You will ever be able to like experience this thing. Like even if you go to abroad, like to visit some country, being there, studying there is something I can't even explain. It's such a great thing. I don't think that I would ever regret this decision of mine. It would be the best decision I've taken till now. In India, it is okay. Obviously, whatever you said is correct. If you get a
Mm.
government college, there's nothing better than that. But
Yeah.
if someone is like thinking of taking a private college, I think they should once consider this MBBS abroad option because it is a great opportunity for you to like you get to meet so many new people in your life and you make so good memories over there and you learn so many new things, even languages you learn. So it
Yeah.
was a win-win for you.
Yes. And what were like your biggest challenges, like staying in Ukraine and then staying in like Kyrgyzstan?
The only challenge I faced was just I wasn't able to know the language well over there. So the
Mm-hmm.
only thing because not everyone speaks English.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to Ukraine, so only the Kyiv, that's the capital city over there. So only the people in the Kyiv knows the English language. Apart from that, the other cities, the people don't really know English language rather than the teachers. So
Mm-hmm.
it is really hard to communicate with them. So you have to learn like at least Russian because Russian is a global, I feel, language that goes on
Yeah,
in like
in that
Europe.
area, in those countries, like everyone knows Russian
Yes,
because.
Russian is like everyone knows. In Kyrgyzstan, either it would be Germany, either it would be Ukraine, any country you go in like Europe side, everyone knows Russian for sure. It is like the universal language over there.
Yeah.
I never thought that it would be like this. I, but it is Russian over there.
Yeah, it like the all the 14 countries, like it was Soviet Union, right? USSR.
Yes, USSR. Yes.
So yeah, at that time their like main language was Russian. So I guess that's how all of this country knows this language.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and like you used to get like Indian food there, uh,
Indian food.
or you used to
Uh,
cook by your own.
I used to cook by my own, obviously, but because over there, obviously, it is a foreign cuisine over there, no? So it is quite, you can't have uh, Indian food every day there. It is
Mhm.
on a very expensive side. So yeah, we cooked there, and even I enjoyed their cuisines also. Yeah, it was a great experience trying their own cuisine, their local. The locals were very nice, so they made us try it. Like they invited us to their home. Many
Mhm.
friends I have, like I've been to many house parties over there, so I really enjoyed their food. Like if you know like few food, so I could say like they cooked bosh. It was a bosh some dish. So it
Mhm.
okay. They are not great if you're trying for the first time, they're very unflavored, like we Indians like
Yeah,
spices
they
and
don't put
flavor.
any masala or
Yeah, they
anything.
don't. But when you like eat one or twice, na, so you will get that. Okay, you will be okay trying those things, and eventually you might end up liking those dishes also. It's just our tongue
Yeah,
buds are like taste buds are very um,
it won't
so much.
spicy food.
Yes, it wants spicy exactly. It wants flavor, so that's why.
Yeah, and like staying away from your family, like you felt anything or like you was okay staying for 1 year then and coming back, like, or is it was difficult for you?
It was it, actually when I went to Ukraine. Unfortunately, that time the article was broken in my state, so there was no internet in my state for like 6 months. So
Mm-hmm.
there was no point contacting my parents. So I was in really no contact for like 6 months, 7 months. There was no internet. So that helped me a lot because they didn't get into that habit of calling me so frequently. And even
Mm-hmm.
I was very okay, like not talking to them. I used to see that many students were there, like my friends used to talk to parents like twice a day, thrice a day. I never, I never was that um, into talking to my parents that much. I never felt even homesick in this because over there I was very occupied with all those things. It was first time me going out, so it helped for me. I was
Mm-hmm.
not that homesick.
Yeah. Okay. And like after, like, how was your how was your like total experience if you have to summarize it? First in Ukraine and then in Kyrgyzstan, and then graduation, and then you have to, like, you chose to come back to India. Can you tell me like about this?
Oh, okay. My whole experience overall, it was very nice. In Ukraine, first, it was the first country I visited rather than India, so it holds a very special place in my heart. It would be very unfair if I compare it with Kyrgyzstan, Ukraine. Kyrgyzstan will be very unfair, but obviously Ukraine is far better. Right now, you can't really take Ukraine as an option for MBBS abroad, but it at my time it was the best, and even I've been there, so I know the experience, the teachers, the studying atmosphere, even the weather, everything was just um, mo- scenic. It was very beautiful. Everything was great, and even when the war happened, I was very upset about that. It was like my own country is under war, so
Hmm.
that much bond we shared with the country and the people over there. But then eventually we have to take transfer. So even in Kyrgyzstan also, there were many downsides also. I won't say that there were only everything was beautiful over there. There were few flaws and there were things that would have been like better,
Hmm.
like in terms of academics and things over there, the processes, like the way they used to operate the country and the university, there could be like much better. Because I've seen the when you see a good university, a great university, then you get to know that okay, this is how it works. This is
Hmm.
how the visa works. Everything works. So I would say like it would be 10 out of 10 for Ukraine. So it would be 8 on 10 for Kyrgyzstan, and my overall experience would be like 9 on 10. It's highly recommended if anyone is considering MBBS abroad. It is a great option. And after coming back to India, then I was very focused. Initially, I was very focused, but then I lost my track while
Hmm.
preparing for FMG. So, and even I was struck with a tragedy at my home. My Tauji passed away in a tragic car accident. So, I was not able to much focus much in the first attempt. So, eventually, I didn't pass. I knew that I won't be. I didn't prepare that
Yeah,
much,
you
but
didn't get time to prepare.
I was lucky. It wasn't that I won't make excuses. I had the time, but I wasn't like 100% mentally focused towards studies. But
Hmm.
then when I was like back in my senses, I prepared like with my whole heart and my with whole dedication. And then in this July exam, I passed finally my FMG in my second attempt. So it was a great journey overall. Like it was a great time. Maybe I'm exaggerating it a bit more, but from my heart, it is something very close to me. My this journey, it's my school, my high school journeys. they won't even come closer to this MBBS training abroad.
No. Yeah. And you thought of going for like practicing in either other countries? Like you chose to come back India. You explored any other options you had? Such.
Um, I thought of like giving UK exam, lab, and even AMC. I considered giving, but there were many things I didn't knew about the exams, and even when I tried to like search for the information, it was very shady. Like only few consultancies were dealing with these lab exams, and they were not great reviews. So
Mm-hmm.
I was very unsure about UK and EMC because I was not having that information, and not even my anyone close to me had given this exam, so I can seek guidance from them. So that
Mm-hmm.
was the main reason, lack of knowledge and information about these exams and countries. Yes, I gave a thought of AMC. I won't be lying it if I don't mention it. I thought of Australia, but then I thought maybe like in India, you used to get you and your parents used to get taunts and things to hear that okay, he's going, he has studied now. What will he do? It's
Mm-hmm.
very tough over in India to clear the exam. So it was like a statement from my side. Okay, no, even if we are like studying abroad, we know the what is necessary as much as the IMGs do. So just to prove, like my parents also, they haven't like their investment didn't go into the drain. It is safe. I know the as much as IMG. So it was a gift
Mm-hmm.
from my side to my parents. That's why I considered coming back and giving FMG.
Yeah, that's a real
I,
gift to them. Like completing,
yeah,
and yeah, they were like more than us. Like after the announcement of result, and when they get to know it, like it's like bit emotional moment for them too. Like more than us, they celebrate that. Like I have seen in my family, like more than me, like they were happy and they were celebrating. How was your
yes,
experience? Yeah,
it was,
the result.
it was, it was something I won't even be able to put into words. It was, I thought, okay, if I pass, it would be like this. I would like go up in the air, but uh, it was really, it's really hard for me to put into words, but um, my parents were very delighted. They were so happy. They were calling all the relatives, like they have like passed. It was their exam only. They have achieved something in their life. It was
Yeah.
something very great and emotional at the same time. Obviously, when you have put so much effort, like 4 5 months, you have like stopped
Mhm.
everything you like. You have stopped going outside, chilling with your friends, talking to your friends for those long, long hours, going on trips. You are just being focused for 4 5 months, and eventually, when the result came, and it is on the greater side, and you have passed it. So it is a great experience, and it is a great feeling. And seeing that joy in your parents' eyes that you are like you are not a failure. You have done
Yeah.
something, so it is the best thing you can ever see and feel from your parents and give your parents. So I was
Yeah.
very happy that I was able to give that happiness to my parents.
Yeah. And right now, like you are in the process to get your internship completed here in India, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, so almost we covered like all the important things. So any last advice you want to give students who are thinking of taking MBBS abroad?
Um, I would say, okay, firstly, just if you are really considering going abroad, please, please consult with a very good consultancy so that you don't get any trouble in between the degrees.
Mm-hmm.
And always talk to your friends who have like done MBBS, and please don't do it in any rush. Always like inquire, research about the university and is it recognized in India, many other factors, and also go through the NMC guidelines because that is it is revised now. You have to know everything because it
Mm.
is getting tougher and tougher day by day. It's not easier like the students who did pass FMG and did MBBS before, it was very easy. You used to get an easy exam. Those same PYQs were repeated. Now it's getting
Mhm.
tougher, and you have to be prepared to give next exams in India. You won't be like getting to practice in India after completing your MBBS degree. So, and if you have any doubts, please reach out to Dr. Ash. She will be
Yeah.
helpful to you, and rest is all upon you. And if you think it's from my side, it is a great option to choose if you want to choose between doing private colleges in India and then or doing MBBS abroad. So I would obviously recommend that choosing MBBS abroad is a great option if you have done it in the right way. If you choose it
Hmm.
rightly, it is a good option.
Yes. So, like NMs, first of all, the NMC advisory is changing like all the time. So you have to like know what are the latest advisories, and then accordingly you have to like choose university.
You have to
And
plan
yeah,
well.
yeah. And after that, the about the exam, most likely for from this batch, like who is going to take admissions now. For them, the exams will be next exam. For
Yes.
them, it will be like, and it will be the same exam for Indian students also. So I don't know as of now how it's going to be. But okay, so even in if, for example, if Indian students also have to give the same exam, then it doesn't change much like doing MBBS abroad. And like earlier, right now we have like FMG exam and then NEET PG exam, so we have to appear two exams if you want to study post graduation here. uh, for your batch now, so there will be one next exam and it will be the same exam for Indian students also, from the information have I have as of now. So yeah, there like yeah, it's helping like you there. Yeah, but at the same time, the NMC advisory is like they are making more and more difficult, because like a student earlier like studied from MBBS from all over the universities and countries, and they don't exactly follow all the guidelines. So that's why NMC is like having strict advisories. So yeah, you have to see all of those and then choose a good consultancy. And yeah, it then you can like do MBBS from abroad. And yeah, you will be able to come back, give your exam, you will get your permanent registration here.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So yeah, that was our video from our side. If you like found it useful, please like and share it to your friends. Yeah, and also subscribe to the channel. So yeah,